Francesca Evans from LymeOnline, bringing you up to date with all of this week's top stories from the Lyme Regis area. Dorset Council has passed a new regulation that will see dogs kept on leads on Lyme Regis's main beach during the winter months. Discussion over dogs on the beach has become one of the most hotly debated local issues in recent years, finally coming to a close at a Dorset Cabinet meeting this week. Following public consultation, the Council agreed its new Public Space Protection Order, which will see dogs excluded from Lyme's main sand and shingle beach from May 1st to September 30th. But in a change to the current rules, dogs will now have to be kept on leads during the winter months. The new rules are expected to be enforced by the end of the year, subject to a 6-week appeal period. Some residents have already started calling for the decision to be appealed, saying it will put off winter visitors and affect nearby businesses. Other Lyme Regis beaches, including Monmouth, Churchcliffe and Eastcliff beaches, remain unaffected by the restrictions. Lyme Regis Town Council has handed out almost £6,000 in grants to local organisations, despite having lost an estimated £300,000 this year due to the coronavirus pandemic. 29 local organisations initially applied for the annual grants earlier this year, but after the process was put on hold due to the pandemic, 19 withdrew their applications. The remaining bids were considered this week, requesting a total of £7,774, way below the £20,000 budget set for community grants. Successful applicants included Lyme Regis Majorettes, the First Lynn Valley Scout Group, the Town Mill, Community Interest Company Be the Change, Dorset Youth Association, Lyme Regis Junior Park Run, the Catholic Church and Plastic Free Lyme Regis. 7 months since lockdown measures were first announced, the coronavirus pandemic continues to affect life in Lyme Regis, with more events cancelled this week. The latest events to be called off due to the COVID-19 restrictions include the popular Lyme Lunge, which was set to be held on New Year's Day. Organised by the Rotary Club of Lyme Regis, the lunge usually sees hundreds dash into the sea for a New Year dip while raising thousands of pounds for charity. The Rotary Club is also expected to shortly make a decision about its annual Carols Around the Tree service, usually held just before Christmas. There has been no announcement yet on the RNLI's Christmas Day swim in Charmouth. Lyme Regis Christmas Lights Committee has announced that it will be lighting up the town for the festive season, but there will be no big switch-on event. Other winter events to be affected by the pandemic include Bonfire and Firework Night, which has been called off, and Remembrance, with commemorations expected to be scaled back in November. The Marine Players have also called off their November production of The Haunting of Hill House. If you haven't booked your flu vaccination this year, Lyme Bay Medical Practice is asking patients to make an appointment as soon as possible. Appointments are currently available for over 65-year-olds and under 65-year-olds in at-risk categories. More information on whether you are eligible for a flu jab is available on the website shown on screen now. The practice will be holding its second socially distanced flu vaccination clinic at the Woodmead Halls on Saturday, October 17th, and you can book an appointment by calling either of the phone numbers shown on screen. Lyme Regis has been ranked among the top UK beach destinations for an autumn or winter coastal escape. With interest in autumn and winter staycations on the increase, holiday specialist Park Holidays have compared a number of factors for 80 UK seaside towns and villages, creating a points-based ranking system. Lyme Regis, known as the Pearl of Dorset, was ranked joint 6th in the table, along with Clacton-on-Sea in Essex and Eastbourne in East Sussex. Great Yarmouth in Norfolk was ranked first place, followed by Dorset's biggest seaside resort, Bournemouth. In sport, the local football fraternity were delighted when the government relaxed restrictions to allow recreational sport to get going again. But COVID-19 is still having an effect, as Lyme Regis Football Club has discovered in the last 2 weeks. The Lyme first team were due to meet old rivals Beer Albion last Saturday, but the Devon and Exeter League called off the fixture when a Beer player showed signs of coronavirus, leaving the Seasiders without a fixture. The player did later test negative. Tomorrow, the first teamers were due to travel to University of Exeter Seconds, but the league has stepped in once again following the isolation restrictions imposed on all university students, so the Lyme players will be left kicking their heels again. This means Lyme have played just one fixture in the Premier East Division so far this season, a 6-4 win away to Kentisbeer. When the winter weather wipes out local football, one of the first games to be called off has usually been at the notoriously wet Davy Fort ground, but not anymore. New drainage installed as part of a £140,000 development programme was tested by the heavy rain last weekend, when many local games were washed out. Players and officials pulled out all the stops to get the pitch playable for Lyme Reserve's first home fixture of the season, and it stood up well despite heavy rain on Friday and Saturday. The Reserves were beaten 1-0 by Dunkeswell Rovers, conceding a free header from a corner in the first half. Lyme Rovers moved into third place in the Perry Street League Division 1 with a 3-2 victory over Piemore, 2 of their goals coming late in the game. Cody Bowditch with 2 goals and a Rob Fellingham penalty delivered the points. Tomorrow, the Rovers are at home at the Woodruff Top Pitch to Coombe St Nicholas Reserves with a 2:30pm kick-off. Lyme Reserves start their Dorset Intermediate Cup campaign with a home tie against Upwey and Broadway also kicking off at 2:30pm at the Davy Fort. Uplyme Firsts have continued their good start to the season, moving into second place with a 5-0 victory over bottom of Perry Street Division 2 Chard Rangers. Tomorrow, the Swallows are away to Netherbury. And finally, don't forget to visit the High Street this weekend as Lyme Regis' second Fiver Fest gets underway. Many local businesses will be offering customers special £5 deals to encourage more to shop locally. The Fiver Fest is organised by grassroots organisation Totally Locally, with high streets up and down the country taking part over the next 2 weeks. Thanks for watching.